8
Uh-oh.
Central Florida Facilitators to order. And now if you would, please put your hand over your heart while I find my flag. And mute yourself if you would. You may stand or, as you wish, sit. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And I'm sorry, I do not know who will be giving our educational moment.
No
There is
moment.
none today.
No moment. No thought and pledge. Pass it on to the pres.
Then I will do so. Now I welcome to our virtual lectern, our president, Ms. Shakti Priya.
Thank you so
Gowrie.
much, Kathy. Thank
Woo-hoo,
you
I got it
for the
that time.
last day this year. Hi, everyone, and welcome to Central Florida Facilitators. How are you all doing this morning, afternoon, evening, night? Yay, that's great. Today is our special meeting. It's an awards and installation meeting that we have once in every 6-month term of Toastmasters, twice a year. Well, we all did the math, I guess. But today we have a meeting full of awards to recognize our members for all the achievements and the hard work that they've put in the last 6 months. And also one special award that we have for all the hard work and dedication that the members have shown in the last 1 year. One special award, but you'll get to know more of that. I would love to welcome our guests and hear a couple of words from them. I will go in the order of how I see them in the screen. Our Area 40 Director, Distinguished Toastmaster, Jessica, would you like to say a couple of words to us? Thank you so much for making it here.
Hi guys, it's been my pleasure to serve you this year. It's been amazing, a year full of learning, a year full of growth and lots of love. I am so glad to be able to witness this for the second time. Your awards is definitely a show you don't want to miss. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I am looking forward to the installation from you as well later this evening. Thanks for making it today. And belated happy birthday, Debbie Jo. You and my mom share birthdays. Did you know that? So both of you are on 24th June. Welcome to our meeting. How have you been?
Thank you. So nice. This is a great club. I'm so happy to have the invitation and the time to visit you. It really has been one of those years we've learned so much. We've learned we can do a lot of things we didn't know we could do. So we're looking forward to the next year being even better. And thank you. Glad to be here.
Definitely. Thank you so much. And of course, congratulations on being elected as the district director. Bob, did you want to go sing happy birthday? We can do that.
No, because I work for her. She'd kill me.
I could see her now as soon as you said that. All right. Distinguished Toastmaster Shivpriya Gowrie, how are you this evening? Oh, morning. Can we hear a couple of words from you?
Thank you so much, Madam President. It's indeed a pleasure to come back to Central Florida Facilitators, and I'm delighted for yet another meeting. Congratulations to the newly elected EC and the outgoing EC. You did a fabulous job, so please give yourself a round of applause. And thank you once again for inviting us to the meeting.
Of course. Thank you. And congratulations to you too for being elected as, well, not really elected, but taking on the role as District Administration Manager of District 41. Woohoo!
Thank you.
And Toastmaster Lakshmi Kodandaraman, would you like to speak to us, please?
Good morning, and it's a pleasure, and thank you for inviting us to this wonderful meeting. I look forward to it. It's a place of learning, and as I feel that age is just a number for learning anything at any moment. So I am delighted to join this meeting, and thank you for inviting me. Have a great day and a great term ahead. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Thanks, Toastmaster Mom. All right, Toastmaster Daniel McGill, how are you this evening and where are you this evening?
Thank you, Priya. Yeah, I don't think I've been for a good few months to this club, but I do always enjoy it. It is a pleasure to be here. I was in Central Florida last week, but didn't make it to the meeting. And this week I'm in Mexico, so close enough, quite close.
That's awesome. Thank you so much. Thanks for coming today. And Toastmaster Lisa Schneider, our last guest for this evening that I see in my screen.
Thank you, Priya. I am just grateful to be here with you all tonight to celebrate this momentous occasion of all the hard work and effort that you have put into the club. I have been able to witness that over these last months, and I truly have to say it's always such a pleasure to see your club in action, working together to meet all the wonderful goals of Toastmasters. So here is to you, celebrating you all tonight. Thank you so much for always having me in, for your warm welcome.
Thank you so much. It feels so nice to have you here. Thank you, everyone, for taking time this evening, morning, for coming to our meeting. And without spending more time, I would just love to recognize all our members present here for taking time as well. And especially Kayla, who's going to the airport to pick up her mom, but she's connected through phone just so that she can be here to us. And of course, our MC for tonight, distinguished Toastmaster Stephen Morgan. Let's welcome him to start the meeting, shall we? In his 25 years in Toastmasters, tonight's Master of Ceremonies thought he had seen it all. Club starting and failing, club members giving icebreakers, achieving distinguished Toastmaster, becoming district officers and international directors, seeing contests at every level, including the 2003 World Championship of Public Speaking, even life changes from graduation to new jobs, to promotions, to starting businesses, to new relationships, and even weddings. But he hadn't seen anything like this year. No Toastmaster ever had. Toastmasters International never had. As the entire world changed, so did Central Florida facilitators. Through it all, CFF strived to achieve its 18th year of communication and leadership success. Tonight, that tradition continues with our 36th semi-annual awards and officer installation with our Master of Ceremonies, distinguished Toastmaster, Stephen Morgan. Take it away.
Hey, thank you, Priya. Welcome, everyone. We should get more people in here, hopefully before too long. It's our eager goal. And we have a lot coming forward, but I'll let you think a little bit about what happened a little ways back. It was 18 years ago when Jessica Schlenk, then was her name, and Tim Chastain first got the idea, let's start a club for people who are working professionally as facilitators. That was their idea. They were already both Toastmasters in other clubs, and they had only really recently met each other. That was through the American Society of Training and Development. From that, they formed some of those first exploratory example meetings. I was at one of those. It was in the strangest place, and it's a good thing we didn't stay there. But they managed to get to their necessary 20 and push to get their charter in. And as what often happens with the Toastmaster year, going from July 1st to June 30th, as June 30th gets closer and closer, the pressure builds to get everything in and done and on time. And if you're trying to do anything on Toastmasters.org today, I would hope you have a lot of time to sit there and wait. You're going to be. But on the very last day, on June 30th, 2003, Central Florida Facilitators Charter was issued. And so today, being the exact day, 18 years later, that we're celebrating our actual anniversary with our 36th Awards and Installation Banquet. Yeah, that's for all of us there. Tim Chastain was the one who really loved to hand out awards. And you'll see his name on one of the awards. he would hand out, he would like to recognize anything and everything at every meeting as best as he could, which I happen to love seeing. I love being able to acknowledge. And when it came to this awards, we were using it as a banquet originally. That was what they were doing in that first 6 months, getting everyone together saying, let's celebrate, recount our achievements and share them again. And we'll point out the people who are doing well, getting better, and the new leaders that will be taking us forward into the next 6 months. And so that has moved forward as we've tried to keep these traditions going. It has changed over the years. When we shifted out of hospice and we were at the retirement community, we got to be able to use alcohol. That changed these particular meetings quite a bit. Then when we got to move out of there and we ended up over at the sheriff's office, we couldn't have any food or drink whatsoever. That changed it a bit too. Then, well, these past few months has changed it significantly, where we are now sitting here, you can have all the food and drink you want, and apparently you can almost wear whatever you want. We're all getting to enjoy it from the comfort of our own home as we're learning a different set of skills of communication and leadership. The pandemic has changed everything for everybody in some fashion or form, and it's been interesting seeing how different people have adjusted or not. We've already seen how Toastmasters has had to adjust. We've had to do more training online. We've had to do our contests online. We've had to hold all of our meetings this way and find different ways of coordinating and communicating. And some people already had been doing this beforehand through jobs and other situations. They knew how to adjust and moving forward. And some people are still trying to figure out, how is it you install Zoom? What we'll be seeing going forward will be an interesting change. We now are in a situation where our club is no longer just in Central Florida. We have members that are still in Florida, but outside our immediate area. We have people that are outside the country. We have people on the other side of the planet that are attending and participating regularly. That is an interesting change and a fascinating one. I find it very neat the way it changes, but I like seeing how people adjust, and I'm hoping that it will keep adjusting. Some people, it's going to be a bit more of a difficulty, but we've seen that happen with Pathways too. So hopefully we all get to continue to learn and grow and to keep moving forward, because we've certainly seen a lot happen in this past year that no one has ever seen happen. You imagine that we'd be having these types of meetings with people all around the world in real time. That was something we couldn't have done even 10 years ago, but that we're doing it now and we had to do it. We've done, I think, a good job. I hope everyone's found a good niche here and is ready to be able to change it as we start being able to do some things in person now and some of these online as well. Welcome to our semi-annual it's not a banquet anymore, semi-annual awards officer installation. And we're here to celebrate what we have achieved. And we also like to have with this our own keynote speaker that we've brought in. Here we have ready for, now normally, this is the point where I'm used to saying we're supposed to go and take a 30-minute break to eat, but we don't have that here. Well, some of you might have it here, I guess. But we're not going to take a break for you. You're just going to have to figure it out. We're moving forward. And on to our keynote address. Debbie Jo Londano taught herself to read when she was 3 years old. That is when her love for learning began, and she has never stopped learning. She loves to share things that she has learned in hope that her challenges will inspire others to make good choices. Today, she is presenting a level 5 elective project speech entitled, "Be Careful What You Wish For." So please welcome distinguished Toastmaster, and District Director-elect for a few more hours, Debbie Jo Londano.
Have you ever been to the mountains in the fall? In North Carolina, where I'm from, we have 4 normal seasons and we have a 5th season. We call it leaf season. It runs from September to late November, and millions of people make the trek to go leaf peeping. In November 2007, I loaded up the minivan, 3 kids and the dog, and we went to Asheville to visit my family. The sun was setting when we crossed the North Carolina state line. I stopped at the Welcome Center. I woke up the kids. The Welcome Center is up on a hill on the side of the mountain. When we stepped out of the car, the air was fresh and crisp. You could smell the smells of fall in the air, you know, that hint of smoke and falling leaves. And as far as the eyes could see, there were rolling mountains ablaze with all the hues of red, yellow, orange, and green. We were mesmerized. The breathtaking beauty enveloped us quietly in its grasp. My middle daughter looked out as she breathed out these words: "We should live here." I looked at her and said, "Be careful what you wish for." And then, I hope there's no park rangers listening, I did something probably illegal. I saw the most perfect little cluster of small pine cones. I picked it up and put it in my pocket. Later, when we were back home, I went back to work. I kept those precious, perfect pine cones on my desk. When I was stressed out, sometimes I would look at them and I would say, I wish I didn't have to work so much. I wish I had more time to spend with my children. Have you ever made a wish? Did you get what you wished for? May 1st, 2008, I was living in an apartment in Orlando with my husband and our 3 daughters. I had just paid the rent and I had a decision to make. Our lease was up August 1st and I needed to decide, am I going to renew the lease, buy a house, or pack up the kids and the dog in the minivan, leave their father, and move to North Carolina? I said, I wish I knew what to do. That evening, the whole family was walking the dog like we did most days. Our dog, Sarah, she was with us for 14 years before she crossed the Rainbow Bridge. But back then, she was still just young and frisky, and that girl loved to chase squirrels. Well, that evening, the father was holding the leash. We were walking the dog, and a squirrel boldly darted down a tree like a cocky kamikaze pilot on a suicide mission. It scurried down the tree, ran across the path, shaking its little tail and just daring Sarah to try to catch it. And of course, she couldn't pass up the opportunity. She jerked the leash. The father was in one of his moods and he yanked the leash so hard, poor Sarah did a flip in the air. I screamed, the girls shrieked, and Sarah laid down, just scared to move. In that instant, I knew what I had to do. August 1st, 2008, I packed up my girls, the dog and the cat into the minivan and moved to North Carolina. Does anyone else remember what happened at the end of 2008? When I moved, I was blessed to be able to take my job with me. I was one of the very few people back then to work from home in my company. And when the bubble burst, as some called it back then, everyone that worked from home in my company got laid off. Suddenly, I not only didn't have a second income, I didn't even have a first one. But what I did have was a lot more time to spend with my children. Be careful what you wish for. 2009 for me was a year like no other. I worked part-time jobs when I could find them. I learned how to be a single mom, and I wished things were better. Now, I've noticed most of the time when I'm making wishes, it's a reaction really to what's happening in my life. And I wonder if most of us live like that. We don't like our circumstances. We wish they were different. We wish it was different, things change, and then we're also not happy with the new circumstances. It seems like when I wish for something intensely, I get my wish. However, doesn't always turn out exactly the way I wanted it. So I wondered what would happen if I knew what I really wanted and wished for that. I had a lot of time on my hands, and I was on a mission to get clear about what I want out of life. Then I would never have to be careful what I wish for again. I would just wish on purpose and with intention. I started reading books and attending seminars, and I found out that I can be, do, and have everything I want. I can get from where I am to where I want to be. You can do it, they said. It's simple, they said. You can have the life of your dreams with joy, peace, and fulfillment. And all you have to do is take responsibility for your life, determine your life's purpose, set goals, use affirmations, visualize your ideal life, meditate, embrace change, practice positive thinking, decide what you want and focus only on that. Get clear and take action, massive action. I did all that to the best of my ability. I journaled every day. I read probably hundreds of books, and I still didn't get all my wishes. I still wanted a faster car, a bigger house, and more money. Then I found out my real problem wasn't clarity at all. It was limiting beliefs. I found out I didn't believe that I deserved to be, do, and have everything I wanted. I discovered I have limiting beliefs and I can't change them until I find them. I read that we're a conglomerate of programs and beliefs instilled in us starting in childhood or even before we're born. And if I want to transform these limiting beliefs, first I have to find them. If you do a search for books on clearing limiting beliefs, you're going to find hundreds of them. I probably own most of them. You can do it, they said. It's simple, they said. You can have the life of your dreams with joy, peace, and fulfillment. And all you have to do is write down your general beliefs, identify one of your limiting beliefs, find out what caused it, assess your behavior, recognize that it's just a belief, it's not a truth. Challenge your own belief. Recognize the potentially damaging consequences of having that belief. Adopt a new belief and put it into practice. I worked hard to get clear on my purpose in life. I worked hard to eliminate all my limiting beliefs, and I still didn't have a faster car, a bigger house, or more money. I read more books, attended more seminars, and I found out that what I really want is not the faster car, bigger house, and more money, but I wanted to feel the feeling that I believed I would get by having those things. Did you ever want something and it seemed like it should be easy to get? Maybe you even get it and then find out it doesn't really make you all that happy. Maybe, have you ever wanted, let's say, a new car? You got the car, you were so happy with it. You gave her a name. She smelled so nice. You bought her accessories like fuzzy dice and sunscreen, a new wheel cover. Maybe you got those little eyelashes for her headlights. You volunteered to make a beer run just to spend time with her. Then, after about a year, you still owe a lot of money. She needs maintenance. She doesn't smell as nice as she used to. And joy and contentment you felt when you first drove her home is gone, and you start thinking about replacing her. I read that the way to get that feeling of joy with or without getting the things, was to let go of all wanting. You can do it, they said. It's simple, they said. You can have the life of your dreams with joy, peace, and fulfillment. And all you need to do is think about what you want. Ask yourself, which one of the three main wants does that stir up? Is it wanting approval? Is it wanting control? Or is it wanting security? Then simply let go of wanting. By doing this, you let go of wanting to control the outcome. Let me tell you, I spent many hours asking myself these 4 questions about almost everything I wanted. Which of the wants does that bring up? Could you let that go? Would you? When? By letting go of wanting to control the outcome, I could accept whatever the universe gave me, knowing that it would work out for my best. Eventually, when I wanted something, I would think about it and then say, I'll see what the universe says about it. In October 2018, I was at a Toastmasters District Executive Council meeting. And I was approached by some leaders and asked if I would be interested in running for Club Growth Director the next year. Ooh. It had crossed my mind and I said, well, I've put that out to the universe and we'll see what the universe says. One of them said, hello, this is the universe calling. I still wanted to think about it. I spent some time thinking about it. I know I'd asked myself those 4 questions. I did that for days on end. I felt like it's a really big decision with a huge commitment. And I questioned myself. I questioned everything. Can I handle the responsibility? Have I cleared enough limiting beliefs? Would the universe have my back? I went to sleep thinking, I wish I knew what to do. The next morning, I woke up and I knew that this was the job for me. I knew there was a lot I didn't know. Actually, I had no idea how much I didn't know that I would have to learn, but I knew it would take a lot of purposeful wishing with clear intention to get the job done. I wished to win. I wished for a supportive team. I wished for resources and mentors to help guide me, and all those wishes came true. After spending hundreds of hours getting clear on my purpose in life, spending massive amounts of time and going through 50 journals, eliminating my limiting beliefs and letting go of wanting, I wish I could now say, I now have a faster car, a bigger house, and more money. What I can say is, these days I usually make wishes on purpose with intention, without fear of consequences. Mostly, my life is full of joy, peace, and fulfillment. Listen, we're all on a journey. Whatever path you're on, I'm sure that like most humans, you want to do more, be more, and have more. You want to be a better person tomorrow than you were today. You want to do good things. You want to have an impact. You want to make a difference. I believe you can do, be, and have all that your heart desires. I believe you can have the life of your dreams. I have a wish for you. I wish that you never have to be careful what you wish for, because you make all of your wishes on purpose with intention. And that leads you to a life of joy, peace, and fulfillment. Wish on, my friends. Wish on, Mr. Toastmaster.
Thank you, Debbie Jo. Oh, what a year, indeed. Oh, I'm sure those few of us have felt like that, haven't we? But not after a speech like that one. Thank you for taking the time out of your day on the very last day when you've got everything you're trying to get done to come give that speech for us here. It's very much appreciated, and we hope that the next year turns out to be even better for you. We hope we'll get to see a bit more of you too.
Thank you.
Indeed. That leads us into our next section when we are presenting the awards for our members, club members from this term, this 6-month term. We begin with the Outstanding Participation Award. And here to present that award to you is our newly returned member from the Beyond Come Back to Us, Charlie Bombalier.
Thank you. This award is given to members who have attended 75% meetings or more. We had a total of 25 meetings in the last 6 months. The individuals that qualified this time are Martin Friedman with 76% attendance, Kathy Jorgensen with 84%, Susan Morgan with 96%, Stephen Morgan with 96%, Shakriya Gowrie with 96%. And the top attendance was Bob Fisher, 100%. These individuals make sure we have a decent attendance in meetings, and they show up no matter what for the weekly meetings. They'll be receiving an Amazon gift card for their outstanding participation in the meetings of Central Florida facilitators. Thank you.
Thank you, Charlie, and especially to all the members who have put in the time and shown up to help keep us moving along, help to keep us growing, help each of us individually continue our growth. And of course, sometimes showing up is all that will take. Our next award to be presented is Most Improved. And to present it would be the person who would obviously know who has improved the most, because he's the one who's seen every meeting this year. Bob Fisher.
Thank you, Mr. Master of Ceremonies. It is my honor to present this person with the Most Improved Award. This award goes to the individual with the most number of Most Improved Awards in our weekly meetings in the past 6 months. This person has obtained it 4 times in this past 6 months. The person has been a real value to the club, has always stepped up, at least as I've seen in the meetings, filled any role they've been asked to do, has really made improvements in their speaking skills, as well as their leadership skills that they've portrayed in the roles that they've picked up, and willingness to step in and help out with the club whenever needed. We don't usually mention the awards winner's name because we like to keep the suspense going. However, this person has obtained the award once before, at least. The person, they've attended 14 meetings. They have taken 16 roles. They've doubled up whenever needed. 12 of those roles were either Toastmaster of the day or general evaluator, and sometimes doing more than one at a time. I am honored to welcome this year's recipient of the Most Improved Toastmaster for Central Florida Facilitators, Kayla. Who is she here? Who's not here? So
She was on the phone on the way to the airport.
I've wasted all my time.
No, it's never wasted. It has been recorded. She will hear it.
Oh, there we go then. Then I'm happy. All right, now I give it back to the Master of Ceremonies.
Thank you, Bob. Our next award is the one I hinted at before, Tim Chastain Award. The presenter for the Tim Chastain Award is honored to be announcing the recipient for this 6-month period. As a charter member of Central Florida Facilitators back in 2003, Gail knew and worked with Tim Chastain to help build the core competencies and foundation for this club. Tim was a gracious and giving soul and someone you would want to call a friend, while he was to Gail up to the end of his precious life in 2019. Welcome a past recipient of this award who recognizes its significance, Distinguished Toastmaster Gail Hill-Smith.
Thank you very much, Stephen. Yes, the Tim Chastain Award was named after this club's president and co-founder, Jim Chastain. And it represents and reminds our members of the giving, the sharing, and the caring spirit Tim had for this club. At each club meeting, the president determines the weekly recipient based on that giving and that caring and that sharing attitude, and often going above and beyond the call of duty to make our meetings educational, fun, and leaving members with a desire to return time and time again. The recipient to receive the Tim Chastain Award tonight expressed a giving spirit by bringing the experience, knowledge, and insights gained as a tenured member. The caring approach relayed was shown by taking on an extra role or recognizing the obvious and sometimes latent skills of members. Finally, the sharing depicted by a recipient was one of sincerity, candor, and inspiring all members to challenge themselves to reach that next level. Recognized 4 times at our weekly meetings and presented the weekly Tim Chastain Award, it is with keen pride I present the 6-month Tim Chastain Award to DTM Stephen Morgan. Congratulations.
Thank you. Am I supposed to have, I don't have an acceptance speech ready. God darn it. I'm gonna have to figure out something on the spot. Wait a minute. That's what the next award's about. Thank you, Gail. As we move on to our most illustrious impromptu speaker, and here to give us a presentation, I'm sure she has not prepared because that's what this one's about, right? Or maybe she has. We'll figure it out. Kathy Gorgensen, thank you.
This award is usually given to the person who won the best or the most best table topic speaker awards in a 6-month period. However, this time we're taking it up just a notch and we'll recognize someone who got this award the greatest number of times in this year like no other. As much as this person prefers to be table topics master because they would rather be asking their questions rather than answering them, they still managed to win this award 9 times in the last Toastmaster year. 2020, July 29th, September 16th, October 14th, October 21st, November 4th, December 2nd, and in 2021, February 10th, and finally June 9th. There's always a twist to these personal stories, often revealing more of their own personality, which seems to be rather laid back and doesn't get too stressed about when things go south. Always insightful and most often made us laugh at the same time, which is another reason why we're all here at Central Florida Facilitators. We just want to learn, grow, and have fun all at the same time. Annie Lamott says that laughter is carbonated holiness. I, for one, definitely agree with that. Also worth noting is that this particular individual missed only 1 meeting out of 25. We probably laughed just a little less that evening. So now, ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor and great privilege to present the award for most illustrious impromptu speaker award to distinguished Toastmaster Susan Morgan.
Yay, Susan! Woo!
Doggone it, if only we didn't mute everything all the time. To present our next award, called as the Most Winning Coach, please welcome our president for the last day for this year. She joined Toastmasters in 2015 in Blue Quest Toastmasters Club, India, and was a member for only 9 months. She then moved to the United States, never thought she'd find a family in another club. But then she found Central Florida Facilitators and has been a member since October of 2019. Please welcome distinguished Toastmaster Shakti Priya Gowri, presenting the Most Winning Coach Award.
Thank you, Mr. MC. For every regular Toastmaster meeting that we've had in the last 6 months, we've handed out the Best Evaluator Awards. The Most Winning Coach Award is given to the member who has received the most number of Best Evaluator Awards in the last 6 months. The Toastmaster who receives this award today is known for his evaluation style to be so personal that the speaker who's evaluated by them feels so uplifted, not just in their speech, but also ends up feeling like they have made a difference. This Toastmaster pours all their heart and soul into their evaluations, and this is the first role that they'd love to pick whenever we need to decide roles for the next meeting. They want to make every speaker come back to the stage with more enthusiasm and more excitement. After all, isn't that the spirit of Toastmasters, to encourage others? They have attended only 50% of meetings and managed to grab this award 4 times, and once also as a guest Toastmaster. They've gotten this award on 10th of February, 21st of April, 5th of May, 9th of May, and 16th of June. They also went on to the district finals of evaluation contest in District 41. I am so honored to present this award to my mentee, distinguished Toastmaster Rupinder Singh, who cannot be here today because he has something else going on, but I am so honored to give this award to him nonetheless. Back to you, Stephen.
Which brings us to the most celebrated speaker. And our next award presenter doesn't have to go too far and mute herself, because as the winner of the most celebrated speaker award in December 2020, she's here to present the most celebrated speaker for spring of 2021. Please welcome distinguished Toastmaster Shakti Priya Gowri to present the same this time.
Thank you. I love taking the stage again. Thank you so much, Stephen. The most celebrated speaker award is given to the member who has won the Best Speaker Award the maximum number of times in the weekly meetings, again in the last 6 months. This Toastmaster took 18 roles in the club meetings. 11 of them were either speaker or evaluator. And this Toastmaster won 13 awards in total in the last 6 months. They've been a great addition to our club as a member and an officer. They made sure to always give speeches that made us sit at the edge of our seat, waiting to hear what happens next. They have a very special speaking style, and I'm sure all of us are thinking and guessing who that person is. Probably some of you already know. They won the Best Speaker Award thrice on January 13th, 7th of April, and 21st of April for speeches entitled, "What Me, Snarky?" Rerun, and finally, "This Mech Sucks." I'm sure we all now know who this Toastmaster is, who makes us laugh and cry, who makes us feel so happy to listen to his speeches. I am so honored to give the most celebrated speaker award to the member, the only member who attended all the meetings in the last 6 months, distinguished Toastmaster Bob Fisher. Thank you, Stephen.
You ever have people yelling speech, speech, speech? Oh, wait, we didn't just. Our next presenter has been a member of Central Florida Facilitators for over 15 years. She served as our club president, vice president education, vice president membership, and secretary. Yeah, sergeant at arms too, you left that off. She also served District 84 as an area director, division director, area governor, division governor, and fall 2016 conference co-chair. She's proud to be presenting the Janine Stroud Service Award this evening. Having known Janine during her first years of membership here, she is honored to present this prestigious award this evening. Please help me welcome distinguished Toastmaster Susan Morgan.
Thank you, Stephen. You might be asking yourself, who is this Janine Stroud person? Well, she was CFF's first mentor. Tonight's recipient is being honored as a model following Janine's example by 1, showing exemplary Toastmaster skills, 2, injecting high energy into the club, and 3, continuing to provide mentoring and coaching. We keep track of every role held by every Toastmaster in our club. We total the number of times the member was Toastmaster, Table Topics Master, General Evaluator, and Functionary. This award goes to the individual who modeled the spirit of Toastmasters by serving frequently, effectively, and enthusiastically in a variety of roles at CFF's weekly meetings. Our award recipient this evening has served effectively and frequently by serving 26 roles in the 24 meetings she has attended. 13 were functionary roles. She did Toastmaster 4 times, Table Topics Master 2 times, and General Evaluator 3 times. As you can see, she's always volunteering for roles, coming prepared and often doing more than one role at a meeting. She also served in roles such as MC of our award ceremony, what Stephen is doing tonight, and also serving as an officer for the last several terms. She often goes above and beyond what is expected. Our award recipient is definitely the model of enthusiasm and high energy. She has been a coach to our club by bringing to us creative suggestions and new ideas to try. She has made improvements to our club meetings and offered mentoring for our presentations. She not only supports and inspires the club as a whole, but individually as well. Personally, she has helped me become a better Toastmaster and a better person. I am very thankful and honored to present this award to such a remarkable, enthusiastic, and giving person who is also my good friend. Please help me in congratulating the winner of the Janine Stroud Service Award, to Shakti Priya Gari. Thank you.
That was so awesome. Thank you.
The next award on the list is the Jessica Schlenk Guthrie Spirit Award, and I'm the one listed presenting it. Jessica Schlenk Guthrie was Tim Chastain's partner in crime getting this club off the ground. She was our first president, and at the end of that first year, it was Tim's idea to award her the first Outstanding Facilitator Award, and later that next year, the Spirit Award was introduced. And the goal of the Spirit Award specifically was it's given to a member of the club who's exhibited the spirit of Toastmasters by serving diligently throughout the past 6 months as an officer, actively participating in weekly meetings, and by exhibiting concern for the club's continued healthy growth and welfare. The recipient for this term has done the part, attending over 80% of the meetings, taking 19 roles in that time, and 8 of them were speaking or evaluating, and several of them were even organizing as Toastmaster and General Evaluator or Table Topics Master. 9 of the awards were won, and they're spread out because there's a couple best speakers, a couple best table topics, 3 most improved, and a few others got scattered in there. But the key one here is that this facilitator was one of the many that have had those doubts throughout this year. Actually, we all have, haven't we? Do we continue on when it came time to renew? Do we want to continue here or put efforts elsewhere? For after all, this is also one of the many who is not a member of just this club. There are several dual, triple, quadruple, however many clubs, and some of them, there are many club members here who are members of other clubs. And although our recipient tonight was seriously saying, no, I got to put the time elsewhere, changed mind and decided, no, I'm getting a lot here. I'm going to remain. And I'm appreciative for sure for when this facilitator first joined and got started, came to me and saying, I want to learn more about what you're doing because I'm doing it in the other clubs. I want to know how you're doing the VP Ed stuff and how you're trying to do all the easy speak stuff, which so many of these people just refuse to log on and do. I can't help you with that. The best piece of advice I can give you, this is the mentoring part here, right? Okay, the best piece of advice I can give you is don't wait for them to say yes, assign them, make them say no. And if you're wondering where that came from, just look how many times I assigned them to you. And many thanks for that, because this member is also stepping up to replace me. Please welcome for our Jessica Schling-Guthrie Spirit Award recipient for Spring 2021, Kathy Gorgensen. Our next award is the Outstanding Facilitator. Kayla is supposed to be presenting this award. She was the previous recipient, but she can't be here. She did write it, and therefore I will read it. But you'll have to think of it in Kayla's voice. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to get that right. With input from the president and the club officers, the Outstanding Facilitator Award is given to a Toastmaster whose commitment, dedication, and enthusiasm has helped make Central Florida Facilitators the great club it is. This Toastmaster is always ready to take on any role, including impromptu speeches. I mean, whole speeches, not table topics, whole speeches. Over the last 6 months, this Toastmaster took on 18 roles, won 13 awards, and okay, perfect attendance. Attended all 25 meetings beginning from the first one in January. This facilitator always has the best and most unique questions and answers to table topics. This Toastmaster has continued to take on his officer role and will do so for the next term as well. So it is my pleasure to present the Outstanding Facilitator Award for Spring 2021 to Distinguished Toastmaster Bob Fisher. The last award on our list, we don't see this every term, we only see it in spring, is the Excellence in Public Speaking Award. Here to present that award, we dragged her back in at least to do this for us. And if it's that person, you're not sure who that was, that's because she hasn't been here in a while, but she's sitting over there. Please welcome Distinguished Toastmaster Tony Gittles.
This truly was a year like no other. I missed most of the meetings and I've been a member since 2004. So what a crazy year. And I was glad to pop in on a number of occasions, and I'm excited to be presenting an award tonight. It's no surprise to anyone probably after you've listened to all the awards that if you show up, you will probably get an award at the end of the year because you have to show up. That doesn't tell you, though, who gets this award. I'm excited that we're still giving this award. It wasn't anything that started at the beginning of the club. In fact, I was the one that proposed this award, and let me tell you how it happened. It was June of 2015, and I was the secretary, I believe, for the entire year. And the secretary was keeping all of the statistics, all of the award winners, and I had this big spreadsheet. And when I went to look at the data, I found that one of our members had actually won or was voted an award at the weekly meetings 28 times. So you've heard some of the presentations. 28 is like ridiculous. Nobody, to my knowledge, has ever achieved that, although several of us have come close, kind of lower 20s though, or maybe almost a 20. So this is a lot of accomplishment, really. And we called it the Excellence in Public Speaking Award because primarily the awards were centered around the 3 speaking areas: best speaker, best table topic speaker, and best evaluator. So that really showed a lot of strength in what we called excellence in public speaking. We do look at the statistics over a 12-month period. So it is only given once a year, and it's given at the discretion of the board based on if there is a belief that this person actually met the requirements and lived up to earning the award and accomplished an extraordinary amount of progress and improvement as well. Our first award winner was Mark Lockery, who at the time only had been a member of the club for 19 months. So based on your experience as a Toastmaster, if you've been around a year or two, you can imagine this again made this accomplishment, you know, even bigger in our eyes. So I brought this to the attention of the board, and it was unanimous that we should add another award. Again, no other member has achieved this number of awards since, but many have earned the awards. So he achieved best speaker, best table topic speaker, best evaluator, Tim Chastain, and most improved Toastmaster. And I think that's all of them that we give. So he was active in all of the categories, and the members voted for most of the awards. The Tim Chastain you heard was given at the discretion of the president for their contribution. In addition, and this will give it away a little bit, he stepped up in the leadership role in the club. And you know how hard that is for people to go, oh yeah, I'll do it. Well, he was so gracious and has been in the secretary role for the past year and has done an amazing job. Also participated in club contests and was one of the winners of the participation awards as well. Unfortunately, he's not here to receive his award, but that does not lessen the gift and the present we are giving him. And it does not lessen the gift he has given to us to see his growth and development. And that is one of the things I love most about Toastmasters, to see over the months and the years how people really improve and get powerful in their speaking. I'm really excited, if you can't tell, to present the Excellence in Public Speaking Award to Martin Friedman. Congratulations, Martin. You're awesome.
Congratulations, Martin.
That concludes the awards that we like to present every 6 months, because a big part of keeping people motivated and making sure that we're appreciating is acknowledging all of what we've accomplished. And now it's time to say farewell for, well, a farewell address. For our outgoing president, it is definitely an emotional day. It was her first time as the president of a Toastmasters Club, and she did this role for a year. She wanted to see this position through for the entire year, and well, what a year it has been. She'd love to speak to us one last time. Oh, I hope that's not the last time. Please welcome distinguished Toastmaster Shakti Priya Gowri for the outgoing president's address, a year of firsts.
What a year this has been. Between July 1st, 2020 and today, June 30th, 2021, we've seen a lot of firsts. The first online contest for humorous speech and table topics on December 9th, 2020. The first online contest for international speech on January 20th, 2021. Our first overseas member from India, who also later took on an officer role. Between all these firsts, one thing always remained the same: the camaraderie, the friendship, the encouragement of every member towards another club member, Toastmaster, or even a visitor to the club. At this moment, I'd love to go over and tell you all about what we've been through this entire year and what all we've been able to see and been lucky to share with one another. We've had a lot of interesting meetings in the last year. We had a game show hosted by Martin Friedman, which was also a table topic marathon. We had 2 Moments of Truth sessions hosted by Bob Fisher. We had 2 membership drives with open house meetings led by Gail Hill Smith, a Halloween themed meeting with costumes and horror stories led by Stephen Morgan, another awards and installation meeting in December led by Kayla, Evaluate the Evaluators meetings where we give an opportunity to give feedback to the evaluators as well. Backwards meetings where we go from evaluations first and then go to speeches. The topics are answered first and then the table topic is given. And in every single meeting, we had a theme, whether it was pertaining to the calendar or something we all loved to talk about. Even when there weren't enough members to take on one role per member, we always had a theme and we always had an amazing meeting. So you can say one thing for sure: we do know how to have fun here. And I'd love to thank all the members for their utmost love, support, and dedication that they've made towards their own personal journey and also towards the journey of their fellow members. By doing so, a lot of members have also achieved a lot of awards for which they were just recognized. Kayla Finneran finished her level 1 presentation mastery. Martin Friedman completed his level 2 strategic leadership. Bob Fisher finished his level 4 innovative planning. I completed my level 2, level 3, and level 4 persuasive influence. Kayla also finished her level 2 presentation mastery. Gail did her level 1 persuasive influence and also finished her 3rd time DTM. That is a great feat of achievement. And finally, Bob finished his level 2 engaging humor on April 21st. All of these members hopefully have benefited a lot from the Toastmasters education program, and I'm sure it added value outside the Toastmasters regime as well. We've all definitely taken advantage by listening to them, to their stories, to their journey, and to every single effort that they put towards writing their speeches and sharing their stories with us. It has been an utmost pleasure and privilege to serve as the president of this club. This club with so much legacy that I was so scared of following Susan's footsteps. But the team made it wonderful for me. I'd love to thank my mentor, my Vice President of Education, distinguished Toastmaster Stephen Morgan, for always being my go-to person whenever any question propped my head, even amidst taking votes. I thank my first mentor here, my Vice President of Membership, distinguished Toastmaster Gail Hill Smith, for always being ready to pick up the call and talk to me, whether I had a problem or she did, for always wanting to collaborate and find solutions, do something better and bigger than before. She has contacted so many people in the last year that honestly, my extroverted battery has dried out just listening to it. I thank my mentee, my current Vice President of Public Relations, distinguished Toastmaster Rupinder Singh, for never being afraid to challenge me, for always calling out the good and, more importantly, the bad decisions that I take. I thank my secretary, Martin Friedman, who, when asked if he'd like to be secretary again in December, asked me in return if I'd be president and that he'd love to serve with me. I thank my treasurer, distinguished Toastmaster Bob Fisher, for yes, keeping a track of the treasury, but also for being the check of integrity and of all the Toastmaster values that our club should uphold. I thank my Sergeant at Arms, Kathy Jorgensen, for being such a humble human being and helper who just knows how to give whenever people needed her help. And finally, I thank every single person who took their Wednesday evenings to spend with us, no matter where I am. And right now, I'm in North Carolina. I don't feel like skipping this meeting because it'll be like skipping family dinner. And I'm known for my fear of missing out for sure. As far as our distinguished club program, we're done with 7 goals. So we could have been select distinguished, yes. But unfortunately, we only have 17 members. However, thanks to a great support from the officers, our vision never wavered. Our vision was always to make this a better experience for the members, to make this a special individual journey and journey as a club. Maybe we have been presidents distinguished for 17 years. Maybe this year's one of this year's firsts would be that we'd not be a distinguished club. But the one thing we made sure to never compromise with is the integrity of the club members. Unless there are people who genuinely want to be here and would either learn something or have fun being a facilitator, they won't be asked to be facilitators. And I'll forever be grateful to this club to never act, to never make us act out of need to maintain this legacy. After all, what's legacy without integrity? Please take this moment to applaud all the club officers and all the members for every single achievement that they've obtained in the last year, Toastmaster or not. And I'm so confident and humbled to leaving this club in the hands of our incoming president, Randall Crosby. I am so excited to serve as the VP membership alongside him and helping our club get members who'd love to be here and certainly have fun doing so. Thank you so much for believing in me twice and electing me as your president for the entire year. I am so deeply honored to have served you, and I hope I did you some right. Thank you, facilitators. Stephen.
Thank you, Priya. It's been 17 years so far that we've managed to get the presidents distinguished each year. So we are sitting here with close to enough points, but not quite the number of members, as she's pointed out. We just need 3 more. If there's any 3 who'd really willing to join, we need it just in like the next 4 or 5 hours or so. But please, only if you intend to be here, participate, join in. We want people who are going to contribute, and we want to be able to give back. Which is why we also get to move on to the next formal piece of our officer installation. And here to conduct our officer installation, I'm guessing it's the last official duty for the Toastmaster year ends in about, 4 or 5 hours or so. Please welcome our Area 40 Director, Jessica Ingrid Rivera.
Thank you. Thank you. And thank you so much for all of the outgoing officers. Would all of the outgoing officers please stand or raise your hand? They're virtually or you are hereby discharged from all your further duties and responsibilities as officers of Club 9958, effective tonight. in a couple of hours, 4 or 5 hours, you said, Stephen? All right. So the collective challenge is to make this club one of the best in District 84, indeed of all Toastmasters International, and to go ahead and get back on that distinguished mark, right? This will involve helping the members achieve their goals as well as leading the club's president's distinguished club status this upcoming year. Will all of the new officers please stand up or raise your hand? And I know that we have a couple that are missing, and I'm just going to skip through that part. Oh, thank you. As club officers, you are each obligated to attend club executive committee meetings, attend district-sponsored TLI trainings, and prepare a successor for his or her respective office. I will briefly describe the key responsibilities for each officer, beginning with the Sergeant at Arms. The Sergeant at Arms is Randall Crosby.
Nope.
Nope.
No.
Oh, Devlin Brown. I'm sorry. Devlin Brown. My apologies. Devlin Brown. As a Sergeant at Arms, you will arrange the meeting location, maintain club equipment in working order, ensure the adequate club supplies are available. You would set up the room when you guys return to in-person meetings, make sure all relevant educational and PR materials are displayed, and attend to special equipment needs. You will also help the president make sure that the meeting begins on time. Will you perform these duties to the best of your ability? Devin Brown?
Yes, I will.
Thank you. Congratulations. For my treasurer, we have Bob Fisher, who was the treasurer before. So you know all of your duties. As a treasurer, you will keep the financial records and prepare the club budget. You will announce when it's time for the members to pay dues. You will explain the dues structure to members and prospective members, collect the dues in a timely manner, and work with the secretary to ensure that the club submits dues on time to Toastmasters International. Will you perform these duties to the best of your ability, Bob?
Yes.
Thank you. Congratulations. Next, we have Martin, but Martin is our secretary, and he's well aware where he's not here. So we're moving on to our vice president of public relations is also not here, unfortunately. And we have vice president of membership, Shakti. Shakti, as a vice president of membership now, you will lead the club's membership building efforts to achieve the membership goal of 3 new members. While the vice president of PR motivates people to visit your club, you motivate the current members to invite guests. Promptly give new members applications and dues to the secretary treasurer, personally greet guests and provide them with guest packets, including a membership application. Make sure each guest hears about the benefits of Toastmasters and gets a personal invitation to become a member. Will you perform these duties to the best of your ability?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you and congratulations.
Thank you.
Next, we have our Vice President of Education, Ms. Kathy Gorgensen. As the Vice President of Education, you will gain commitments from members to set educational goals for themselves. Assure that club members are aware of the schedules and meeting roles. Plan meetings that will assist members in meeting their goals. Work with club members to keep meetings fun and well-run. Work with your members to ensure that they submit their applications for educational awards promptly. Provide for educational topics at club meetings, such as those from the Successful Club Series and Leadership Excellence Series. Represent your club at area and district council meetings. As the second highest ranking officer, you would preside over the meeting when the president is absent. Will you perform these duties to the best of your ability, Kathy?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you and congratulations.
Thank you.
And for the president, we have Randall Crosby. Randall Crosby, as the president of the club, you will preside at all club meetings and all executive committee meetings. It is your challenge to see that this club adds new members and meets the needs of its current members to achieve their communication and leadership goals. You will establish a club climate that is supportive, stimulating, and rewarding to its members. You will realize that among the resources available to you are your officer team, the club officers' handbooks, the area governor and district leadership teams, and the District 84 and Toastmasters websites. Randall, please hold the gavel as a symbol of the power and authority that your club has given you during your term of office. You have a pretend gavel. You can hold anything.
No, I don't have anything.
Oh, that's okay. No,
Gavel?
that's fine. It's my apologies. I am confident that you will use it wisely and with restraint. As a member of the Central Florida Facilitators, as well as a leader, you will work with your executive team and team members to make the President's Distinguished Club this year. For the members of the Central Facilitators Club, your officer team has just pledged to serve this club to the best of its ability, to the best Toastmasters Club possible, and to meet the needs of all of its members. Your club will need active participation from each member. Do you as members pledge to work together with your officer team to make the finest Toastmaster Club it can possibly be?
Yes.
By the authority vested in me as your Area 40 Director, it is my sincere pleasure to declare each of you installed as officers. Congratulations.
Oops.
Now your show, Randall. Teamwork makes the dream work. Randall Crosby.
Thank you. Thank you for that. What an amazing evening this has been. This is my second opportunity to enjoy the awards show as an audience member. I only joined this club in the previous year, and the way I came to this club was kind of interesting. But I do want to say I enjoyed our keynote speaker, Debbie Londano, and I feel like she was channeling her energy with me these past few days and what she was talking about, because 4 weeks ago, 5 weeks ago, when this club was talking about the need for people to step up and fill roles as officers, I simply said, sure, I'll throw my name in the hat for president. As it came closer to this evening, this moment, in these coming days, I kind of started second guessing my decision. Why did I say I would do that? Along the lines of what Debbie was saying, limiting beliefs kind of snuck in. And I am a person who is blind. Not everyone in the room knows that, but I've never let my blindness be my limiting expectation or limiting belief. But I, like all of you in this room, have that doubt of limiting beliefs, which is, am I smart enough? Am I capable enough? Do I have the skills needed? But I, like all of you, push those doubts aside, stop that inner voice in our head, the negative talk, and push forward. That's what we do. And only maybe yesterday or the day before, this quote popped up out of nowhere, and it says, while you are doubting yourself, there is someone out there who is being inspired by you. That really struck home with me. It struck a chord in my heart. I said, yes, that's me. While I have my doubts, I can still inspire others, and I believe I do, but I'm so inspired by other people as well. And I did want to tell Debbie during her speech, Debbie, I have the fast, nice car and I can give you a drive in it anytime. But I am blind, so you may run in the other direction. I don't know. I do like to joke about my blindness because I think it breaks the ice and allows people to see that I'm just a regular person like anyone else. There is a limitation, but I continually push myself every day and challenge myself to be a better person and learn how to do things in my own way. Along my Toastmaster journey, which started about 3 years ago, I began with my first club here in St. Augustine. This is where I'm at right now, coming to you live from St. Augustine, Florida. I've been the president of the club Toastmasters of St. Augustine for the past year during this unusual year. What a year we've had, right? Just like the theme says. And during my presidency, the pandemic began, the shutdowns began, we stopped meeting in person, and our club literally kind of fell by the way. I took it upon myself to start Zoom meetings, not knowing anything about Zoom, how to even begin to connect it. But I called on a friend of mine who happens to be blind and is a real technology guru, and he walked me through it, and I started our Zoom meetings. And we have survived. We've not really thrived in our club, but we're making progress. And Kathy Jorgensen, who has been mentioned here tonight, and I'm so happy she received that Jessica Guthrie Award. And she was talked about as having enthusiasm and concern for the club because she came alongside me during my time of trying to save my club single-handedly for the most part. And she came alongside of me and helped me. She saved me as I was able to save my club. So we've been a team ever since. And that's why I say teamwork makes the dream work. Kathy and I have been a team. And the irony of it is, I called her and said, Kathy, I just threw my name in the hat for CFF as president. She says, oh, well, I'm going for the VPE. And it wasn't until the next day, it wasn't even that conversation, it was a day or two later when we realized, wait a minute, we're going from the president and VP roles directly from Toastmasters of St. Augustine right over to CFF. And now we are uniting with our new team of friends here, Shakti Priya, Gowri, Martin Friedman, Rupinder Singh, Bob Fisher, and our newest member, Devlin Brown. So we will all be a team, and I know teamwork does make the dream work, and we can all do this together, and we will. I've just enjoyed my Toastmasters journey. I do love challenges, as I said earlier, and Toastmasters just gives me a challenge at every meeting I join. I'm in 4 clubs now. I'm happy and proud to say Kathy Jorgensen and I were in on the chartering of the first and only that I know of club for people who are visually impaired. It will remain an online virtual club, and the club is doing very well. So that's been something unique for me this past year that we're a part of that. We had a hand in the club, but we give all the credit to Gina Lovick, who is the driving force and mastermind behind that club. So I'm in 4 clubs now. I never thought I would be in 4 clubs. If they told me on my first week or month or year, Randall, at some point you'll be in 2, 3, and 4 clubs, I may have run away and say, forget it, I don't want any part of it. What did I know I was getting into? But I just love my Toastmasters journey. Kathy and I came to this club at the same time. We visited together and we joined it together, and we've enjoyed every moment of it. I'm inspired by this group, and I look forward to working with all of you. I feel like I have kind of a tough act to follow with Priya. She's been awesome as our president and leader. But I take the pressure off myself by knowing that it's not just me doing it, all the work. It's all of us together. We work as a team. So let's make the dream work as we work as a team. Thank you, Mr. Toastmaster and Master of Ceremonies. And thank you to all of you.
Thank you, Randall. Well, you got to do your presidential work now. It's the end of the meeting.
Oh, it's on me now. Okay.
On you now.
I turned the meeting to me. Is that right? Yes. Well, it's been a fantastic meeting. Are we ending this meeting? I've lost track of time. Do we want to call upon our,
The last bits on the agenda are the announcements, any club business, then adjournment.
well, I don't have any announcements to make at the moment for club business. We'll address
When
that
is our next meeting? What is the date?
Wednesday. We meet every Wednesday, so July 7th.
That'd be July 8th.
I'm sorry.
Oh, 7th.
Yeah.
You want to see what you're going to be doing? Or depending, this is supposed to be a share screen. Yeah.
So
Do I have to teach you this one too, Kathy?
8:10 is our time. Okay.
Oh, I did this, right? Did I do it right?
Here you go, Kathy.
Oh, okay.
Well,
I'm feeling we're gonna fill up the roles, Randall.
oh, so Kathy is going to fill roles for next time.
Yep, and we're gonna ask for who's going to do the thought and the pledge. Come on, I need to hear some voices.
I'll do the thought and pledge also.
I'm sorry,
I will do the thought and pledge.
and the thought and pledge. Okay, excellent. Thank you, Charlie. And we have our new Sergeant at Arms, Mr. Brown there. And our toast, educational moment. Anybody? Going once? Oh, you know, I'm gonna be calling on you anyway. Okay, we'll leave that blank for now. And Toastmaster, who would like to be Toastmaster next week? Come on, I want to see some hands, you guys. This is gonna be my first time. Come on, I need a Toastmaster. Oh, nobody. Okay. Oh.
Toastmaster.
Okay, Randall. Hey, question, Steve, can you fill this out online or I just make notes?
What I've encountered is that it looks like Easy Speak goes into some sort of maintenance mode right about this time each week, which makes it very annoying. I can't do it in real time. I usually make a point of writing it to the side, going to it the next morning or
Okay.
or the day after.
Excellent.
You should be able to do it in real time, but
No worries, no worries. And do we have any speakers next week? Okay, you guys, now we're gonna have lots of pathways here going. So you guys are gonna have to, are you all, ladies and gentlemen, we'll start doing, Jessica, you're gonna speak?
No, I was saying bye so I can let you guys handle business.
Ah, come on.
Raise your hand. Put her on the agenda. She's a speaker.
I had your name down and everything. Okay, Jessica, thank you very much. Very much
Bye,
appreciated.
Jessica. Thank you.
Bye.
Okay, speakers. Do we have any speakers? Oh, come on. Someone has a pathway. Susan does, I bet. Oh, they're going on holiday, aren't you?
You can put me down as a speaker.
Okay, thank you, Bob. And okay, table topics.
I asked for that the last week.
Okay, table